Hey, what's up, what's up, y'all? It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. I'm going to share what may seem like a kind of a weird story, a harsh story, but I'm also going to say it's my story. Now, I grew up on the Lower East Side of Buffalo, New York. And when you start claiming sides or say lower anything, that already gives you an idea of what it looks like. I mean, it was the beginning of the class system for many a family. So I'm going to say we were moving to middle class status for most of the people in the neighborhood, had good jobs, were seeking to buy homes, transitioning to neighborhoods that were once redlined, but still had a urban hood edge. Amen. So you get a picture. So one summer, in rummaging around in my grandparents' garage, I discovered my grandfather had these old-fashioned leather boxing gloves. And I believe they were 16 ounces. So imagine holding a bottle of soda in your arms or your hands for 15 rounds, and you've never done this before. So it's like you just woefully out of shape. So the weight of this, the weight of moving your arms fatigues you. Okay, bear with me. So I put on these old boxing gloves, and my grandfather proceeded to teach. He used to box a little bit, so he proceeded to teach. And then that was basically a little bit of my connection with my grandfather, because he scared me to death. Man, he was a giant. He was 6'5", and then a little kid looking up to somebody that's teaching you how to fight or protect yourself, And he loved my mom. That was her father. He loved my mom, and he just wanted everybody to be safe. So that's why, he taught what he taught. So every so often, when I'd make a mistake, he'd let me know it by, hey, boom, hey, pay attention. And that would get your attention. But I did learn to box from my grandfather. And it came in handy growing up in an urban hoodie kind of arena, if you will. I'm saying all this just to get into this story from Daily Reflection, which is the AA reading. It's entitled No More Struggle. And the caption says that when we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol. And the writer says, when AA found me, I thought I was in for a struggle. And then the AA might provide strength that I needed to beat alcohol or to overcome anything that you're experiencing in life. And you develop a plan, and you develop a pattern, and you acknowledge the strengths and weaknesses of your enemy or your foe. You have a pretty good strategic plan. And that's why I began this story with learning how to box. So, getting back to boxing, there was a boxer, Ken Norton, who fought in a crouching style, and he covered himself up, kind of like this with a peekaboo, where he could see his opponent, but he was able to defend himself. And one of his tactics was to move in to cut off the power of a punch, because when a punch is fully extended, it has the most power. But if you cut off that power, it's more like a little flick. The person can't get their weight behind it, and they can't get any kind of strength or potency behind it. So Ken Norton developed that style, and in that style, he beat Muhammad Ali. Okay, now here's the spiritual piece of this. I'm saying all that to say is we spend way too much time flailing with the weight of the world, the weight of the gloves, the weight of everything that we have. No strategic planning. We just know we're in a mess. We're in a battle. And we get to flailing. And then we get fatigued. And then we get overcome by that thing. If you cut off the power of the punch and move into the arms of Jesus, guess what? You're protected. I hope you got the visual on all that. Moving into the arms of Jesus, the closeness of Jesus, you cut off the power of the world. That punch has no sting. You have a strategic plan, and then you can see the strengths and the weaknesses of your enemy. Okay, that's Boxing 101, and that's Jesus 101.